I mean, it's just data on the screen. I mean, it's just little, ones and zeros coming together and making a little picture on the screen for you. And just know that in the real market, when you trade live, stops or spreads are manipulated, price actions manipulated, and the job is to induce you to take a position. And unfortunately, that position might be, the wrong direction of your bias. So focus on your plan, your trading psychology, and continuously improve upon that. And then you have a high probability of being a profitable, successful trader.
Right, so this is part 3 of Andrew's interview as a portfolio manager. If you missed part 1 and 2, don't worry, the link is in the description below, or you can go ahead and check out in the top right, you'll be able to click on that link. Right guys, enjoy the interview, smash that like button, and if you're interested in one of our CTI evaluations, go ahead and check out the link in the description below. Enjoy the interview. I'm looking at the balance curve here. I can see that when you mention the scratches, I can actually see that in the equity curve. Your losses are very controlled. And this is really good to see because some of your wins here were huge compared to the losses. So you took about just under 400 trades. Do you take any partials or do you fully exit?
Yeah, I take partials. Mainly, I set the trade and just let it hit and put the stop to break even. If I'm within a certain number of pips, according to the plan, then I'll set my stop at break even because usually I'm going in and out of meetings and work and stuff. But if it's a large enough in profit, yeah, I'll take partials off of that. So that way I pad that account for the potential losses that are going to come.
Yeah, well, there is definitely losses. You have a win rate of 41.75%. How do you deal with knowing that you've obviously described it, that you obviously put to break even, but from a mental standpoint, how do you deal with having 60% losses in your strategy?
Back to the trading psychology, I think it was Mark Douglas that touched on this. He's got like 4 main videos, Trading in the Zone, right? It really resonated with me when he's like, listen, us retail traders, I mean, we don't have the resources. We're not at the central banks. We don't know what's behind the curtain. We don't know where all the stops are placed. What's over the straddle of this zone? We don't know if there's, 600 million bullish on pound yen or only 200 million short in this zone. We don't know behind the curtain. And again, this is theory. I've never sat down with an actual market maker myself, but if they want to take one to work one day, just, so it's data. What we see is data. We see candlesticks. We see a mathematical formula presented, and we are smarter than the data. And just like with my trading journey, it's like, the emotions, the greed that, set in, I'm 100% confident in this strategy because I'm following exactly what my mentors taught me and trading execution and structures that are lined up. No, you find the signal and you fire according with your risk management and you set it and forget it. And it's just data on the screen. So why would you have emotion into it? Yeah, just stay out of your own way. And with the 40% hit rate, it's just, all right, rinse and repeat. Because if I hesitate on a signal and I'm like, I don't know, I got about, 2% drawdown in this equity curve and I can't afford to lose. Well, then you never know. You never know what the market's going to bring to you. You don't know who's going to show up at any given time and start running blocks of orders through that currency pair. So take it. If it's in line with your trading plan, you got to take it.
That's it. Like you said, you plan your trade, you trade your plan. It's that simple.
Yes,
so I'll ask you, out of 100, how much do you trust your edge?
100.
Yeah, and that's the right answer. Any of you watching, if you do not have 100% confidence in your edge, go back to the lab, go back to your back testing, keep making those improvements, adjusting those improvements, and even get yourself a simulation software and simulate the hell out of that strategy until you are 100% confident. Blindfolded, hands tied behind your back, you will take that trade without hesitation. And that's why you're seeing Andrew with passing evaluation with CTIs, because he's followed that exact process. It's so simple, but it's very difficult at the same time. I'm not going to sugarcoat the process of being a trader. It's so difficult. And a lot of it is to do with the mindset. A lot of it is to do with the mental hurdles and the self-sabotage. It's basically you versus you. You're the one that gets in the way. And what we do here at CTI and the rules that we place on our evaluations and our funded accounts are there to get you out of your own way. So if you're struggling with risk management, get yourself a CTI evaluation. Then you're forced to follow good risk management because you have the relative drawdown. The relative drawdown, not many funded firms, I think the majority of prop firms don't have this, but it's actually what hedge funds use. Why? Because it forces the trader to really think about the risk that they're putting in, because they've only got a limited amount of relative drawdown, which is the trailing stop. But we also have programs that don't have the relative drawdown, so you can increase the risk a little bit. But if you're struggling with risk management, go for the classic funded program, because if you can succeed by trading a relative drawdown, you'll open many doors. doors. That's what here at CTI we're all about, opening doors so you can achieve your personal freedom, whatever that is. It could be monetary, it could be helping others, it could be doing something for your family, whatever that personal freedom may be. That's what we want to help every single one of you. And that's what we wanted to help you do as well, Andrew. So what advice would you give traders that are perhaps they want to be where you are right now? They want to be a portfolio manager.
Study your edge. If you're like me, you're focusing on patterns. So take screenshots of the charts that you see where you have an actual executed pattern that played out, and you keep those charts. You keep flashcards. During this time of the day with at this part of the market. For me, I focus on 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, and daily signals. You build a file of flashcards, and you focus on trading psychology before you go into the market. Before you take an evaluation, if you don't have your trading psychology on point, you need to go back. You need to focus. We touched on the nuggets earlier. I mean, it's just data on the screen. I mean, it's just little, ones and zeros coming together and making a little picture on the screen for you. And just know that in the real market, when you trade live, stops or spreads are manipulated, price actions manipulated, and the job is to induce you to take a position. And unfortunately, that position might be, the wrong direction of your bias. So focus on your plan, your trading psychology, and continuously improve upon that. And then you have a high probability of being a profitable, successful trader.
Wow, that is very, very good advice, guys. Very good wisdom. Thank you for sharing that, Andrew. And I'm very grateful for your time today. Before you guys go, make sure that you are smashing that like button, because the tips and the value in this interview alone could really be the breakthrough that you need in your trading to progress to the next level and work towards being a full-time trader. Make sure that you're subscribed and share this interview with another trader who's currently struggling, because there's many out there and we need to come together as a community. And that's what CTI is all about. Andrew, thanks again for your time. It's been a pleasure meeting you. I wish you the best of luck as a portfolio manager at CTI.
Thank you, Rodrigo. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.